Okay, there we go. Now, look at Beyonce. And look at Lady Gaga. If you watch her, she puts on this air, this front. It's, I'm the diva. I'm out of touch. I'm out of reach. I'm basically the fantasy. You can't have me. So they put this front on. It's like they're untouchable. But this is all the fantasy. They're really just having fun. But the thing is, no one can really differentiate it if all they're in relationship to is... See, this is what's real right here. This is real behavior. And if all you knew was you're watching the actual finished music video and all you see is that fronting, go back to this. The fronting, the prize, the flaunting, can't touch me, like the bitchy, out of touch diva. If that's what you think sexuality is, and that's all you're in relationship to, like, well, media magazines, MTV, if you thought this was sexuality, well, got news for you, buddy. It's all an act. All of it. Absolutely all of it. It's all an act. They're modeling, they're posing, they're self-conscious, they're pretentious, they're out of touch. See, when you truly understand it like a producer does, who's behind the scenes, who understands that, and you want to know what it's like to be a producer, here. This is how they actually are. This is authentic female behavior right here. I've said it before, Beyonce is quite interesting because she actually is quite natural when you look at her off camera. When she's on camera, guys can't tell the difference. They see her at these concerts. She's got this front on. She's built up these shells. She's out of touch. Well, that's the fantasy. You got to know and believe and recondition your physiology to believe that this is not only the real Beyonce, but this is authentic female behavior. It's open, it's laughing, it's fun, it's flirty. See, these women, when they're here, when they're on set, they know it's an act. It's up to you to reach through to women and connect with them on this level. It doesn't matter what they look like. Because there's women that are bitchy and have this front tease. Well, who are they learning this from? They're learning directly from other social alpha models like Lady Gaga and Beyonce. But it's all an act to begin with at the core. She looks kind of evil there, like without a mouth. Her hair is covering it or something. And she actually looks kind of goofy. Lady Gaga does in some of this video. And she even says that too. See, that's what you gotta respect and appreciate. One of the reasons I succeed with women so well is because I've conditioned myself to connect with women on this level. And this is how they behave around me. This is exactly how women behave around me when they're around me long enough. It only takes like a couple minutes, sometimes a couple seconds. And with some women, even before I even approach, like within a second, they're acting like this around me. Because I believe that this is sexuality. So if you believe that the flaunting, the end product music video is sexploitation, no, you're wrong. You are mistaken, my friend. See, this, you can really cherish the real Beyonce. Look at this. She is so natural. She's more natural than I thought she was. Okay, now that I'm seeing more of her off the camera, like the acting, the official camera, this is the behind the scenes, this is like her real behavior. She just steps into the act. The thing is, millions of women actually believe, instead of this, they're being conditioned to believe that this is sexuality. So they adapt. These are social alphas. It's inherently teaching women how to act, how to be valued, how to behave around men. But this is about fantasy. This is about fantasy sex. This is not physical reality. This is physical reality. So it's so simple. All you have to do is recondition yourself in relationship to natural female behavior. This is it. This represents it. in social alphas. And like I said before, social alphas are actually more natural if you look at them off the camera. Like Beyonce saying Lady Gaga is really sweet and stuff, but it's like, if all you saw was a music video, you're not seeing a sweet person. Okay, you got to get to know what authentic sexuality and authentic behavior is. It's not the fronting and the teasing. See, look, they're real, they're human. So it's up to you to control what you're in relationship to, because that's what's influencing your beliefs and your behavior towards women. Okay, so there's so much I said that is so powerful and true right within this one video. Okay, so what you got to do is get emotional about authentic, natural behavior. And that's the main thing why I'm so consistent and so powerful and seductive and attractive to women, is because I've built that polarity relationship. My beliefs on sexuality are authentic, natural, open, intuitive, original female behavior. That's what starts relationships. All right, get to know the natural Beyonce. Don't get to know the fronting diva, because millions of women have adapted to it. But you'll connect with the same women when you reframe your view of sexuality and reality. Okay, know that this is all acted, it's choreographed, it's rehearsed. They're self-conscious of it the whole time. Okay, watch a little more here. But it's all for fun. And when you understand, like a producer, you can get value from it without letting it influence you or oppress you into ineffective behavior with women. All right, and this is what's going on. It's really, where's your sexual energy going? That's the big thing. See how they're acting? They're all of a sudden above you when they're on camera. The behavior is very different from this. See how she was like chewing her gum and she's cool and she's out of touch? That's fun when you understand that it's all an act. She knows that it's an act. The thing is, the clones who have adapted to believing that this is real, some of them even lost touch. So to see past this behavior, so you don't get this behavior, nothing's going to happen when women are acting like this around you. Basically, like nothing's going to happen. It becomes a social game. To succeed with women, you have to understand that this is not their sexuality, even though there's more skin. It's all being used to manipulate, influence your economic behavior. Okay, and extend it into your relationships with women, because it's influence your behavior, your beliefs. Where's your sexual energy going? Is it going towards the social illusion of non-physical fantasy sex, or is it going to the physical reality of physical, authentic relationships? So channel your sexual energy into building polarity, not with the fantasy, but with the physical reality, which is more like this. I just told you the miracle solution right there. All right, so natural grounding, that is how we do it. Get in relationship to authentic female behavior instead of popular social media programming, which is all about acting, pretense, sexploitation, and fronting, which, because you associate your sexual energy with this out of touch prize. She's so hot, I want to bang her. All these things is about the fantasy. It's about the illusion. Women are being directed and it's not sexual behavior, it's social behavior. So understand that as a huge key differentiation point. So instead of attracting more of the fantasy, because your sexual energy is strong, if your orgasmic energy is associated with non-physical fantasy illusion, well, that's what you're going to attract. So how about attracting physical relationships instead of getting physiologically involved with this, believing that this is sexuality and the fantasy? And you look at the actual music video itself, we're not going to, but it's even like hotter and it tries to, turns you on. If you don't have an awareness of what's really going on at the root cause here, that this is all acting, you wouldn't know. You would actually believe, more importantly, even if you understood it logically, your energy, your physiological belief system would not only believe, but it would be conditioned into fantasy relationships, because if it feels sexual energy, that's where the power of attraction and belief is going. Okay. So